Sheila Ginger, and I work at Maple Woods Fitness Center, and I'm here with Brian. And one of the common questions we have are, what are these foam things for? These cylinder-like type pieces of equipment that we have, we use them for myofascial release. So there's a variety of ways that you can use them. One of the common things that people use them for is to help treat low back pain. And many times low back pain has to do with tight quads, tight hamstrings, tight hip flexors in the front, tight hip in the back. It could be also in the low back itself. And one of the things that most people don't think about is what they call myofascial release, which is the fascia that covers the muscle itself. And that can kind of get bound up. So we can stretch and stretch and stretch, but if we never treat that myofascia that becomes very constricted, then a lot of times our low back problems or our tight hamstrings will never quite get to the benefit that they could. And so one thing we show people is how to use the foam roller. So Brian's going to demonstrate a couple of variety of ways that you can use the foam roller. And one of them is actually just rolling on the back of the thighs. He'll start here at the calves. He can start there with having his feet flexed, and he'll roll forward and backward on the back of his calves. Now, the one thing that you want to note is when you're doing the foam roller, for some people, something may not bother them at all, and they go, well, this is no big deal. However, if you find yourself rolling over something and it's very painful, then you know that you're addressing an issue that is very tight, and it will become better. The more you foam roll, the better it will alleviate the pain. So now I'm going to show him how he'll roll over the back of the back of the hamstrings. And again, you can do one leg at a time, or you can do them both at the same time. And again, if you can treat this for knee pain, just tightness overall, low back problems. I'm going to have Brian actually switch, and I want him to show how to do the hip flexor on the side. So what I'm going to have him do is face this person, and then go ahead and roll foam roller on this side of the leg. Now with this one, it's a little bit tricky. It is a little bit painful. Most people are very tight in their hamstrings, but they're also tight in their hip flexors, and they don't quite know how to get to that area. So he's actually supporting most of his weight with his hands and his other leg, and he's foam rolling over the side of his left leg. And again, some people will notice how very painful that this is, but the more they do it, the less painful it becomes, and they notice that they can be able to make their stretches a lot more beneficial. Another thing that he can do is, Brian, if you'll face forward, face down to the floor, and go ahead and do the front of the quads. And again, he's just rolling over the front of the quadriceps. They also become very tight, and what we're trying to do is just, again, it's like a self-massage is what it is, and it helps break up that tissue so that you can actually release the muscle and be able to stretch it the way you should.